Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Tom from PhoneUplink, and in this video I'll be reviewing the HTC status for AT&T. Now, this is an Android 2.3 smartphone, but what you're going to notice off the bat is it's a QWERTY smartphone that may look quite similar to the BlackBerry line of phones. And the reason for that is this phone is really focused towards people who like to do a lot of texting and social networking, and that's exactly why it's called the HTC status. And really the big thing you're going to notice is that right on the bottom you've got a Facebook button. What is this button for? Well, the Facebook button pretty much is for sharing to Facebook. Very quick, hit this button, share straight to your Facebook account. Also, if you're, for example, on the internet, you find an article you like or something, let's click on, select this one, and let it load. But as you can see, the Facebook button is glowing white. This is because when it glows white, it means that this is an article you can share, and it notifies you that you can share this, and then it will say, post to my wall. You write something, share it, and then that will be on your wall for people to see. So that's really what this phone is for. That's what makes this phone very unique, is the full keyboard, the very small display, Android 2.3, as well as the Facebook button. So let's quickly go over the specifications, and then we'll go a little more in depth. The HTC status features Android 2.3, Gingerbread with HTC Sense, again the dedicated Facebook button for quick sharing, the full QWERTY keyboard, the digital compass, G sensor, you got a proximity sensor, 5 megapixel autofocus camera on the back with flash, as well as a VGA front-facing camera right up there on the side. You also have your speakerphone, as well as a Qualcomm 800 MHz processor, 512 megs of RAM, 512 megs of internal storage. Sorry about that. And you've got a SDHC capable micro SD card slot, and it doesn't weigh very much. And you also have a 2.6-inch diagonal HVGA display coming in at 480 by 320, as well as a 1,250 milliamp battery. Again, this is on AT&T, so with their 3G bands, it will be compatible. So that's about it for the specs, but let's go around the phone really quickly. So on the front here, you've got that 2.6-inch display. You've got your capacitive touch buttons, home, menu, or back, and search. You got your VGA camera right there, speaker grill. And here you got your full keyboard. As you can see, it's accented with blue to make it look kind of nice and blend in with the Facebook button down there. You've got call and end keys right there. On the side, you've got nothing. Here you've got a volume rocker, as well as charging port. And what you're going to notice, first off, is that the phone has this curve. So I guess when you're talking, the speaker grill or the microphone will be closer to your mouth. Also, when you're typing on the keyboard, the display will be closer and angled towards you, which is pretty nice. Here on the back, you've got that camera with the flash, speaker for speakerphone, HTC branding right there with a silver or gray slab, and you got a microphone down there as well, a power button up here, or lock and unlock, as well as a 3.5mm headset jack. So overall, the hardware is actually fairly good. I was quite surprised when I got the phone. I thought it would feel cheap, but HTC did a great job with this phone. It's a very solid phone, and I don't feel like, sorry about that, I don't feel like I'd break it if I dropped it. So, very cool. Definitely happy with that. The display, I mean, the real focus of the display, again, is for social networking. So, the main purpose of this phone is, if you buy this phone, really, you're going to be someone that uses social networks a lot. This is what it's really focused towards. People that are heavy texters, people that like to go on Facebook or Twitter a lot and do that kind of stuff. And it works very, very good. So, for what it is, it's a really good phone. And as you can see, you got HTC Sense here. And I was quite surprised, actually, with the 800 MHz processor and everything built into it. It's really a quite fast phone. I haven't seen much lag at all going through these pages. It works very well. As you can see, I've got a bunch of different widgets. A cool one right here, actually. Let me go. I believe it's, there we go, Facebook chat. So like right here I've got my Facebook chat all customized, couldn't say that. So basically I can actually talk to these people right now, and it's updating as these people go on and offline. So that's very cool. I can talk, and I've actually tried it before. It works really well. All updates will show in your notifications bar. That's very cool. That doesn't come on there as standard. You can go over here and add that, but it doesn't show up as default when you first get the phone. Here I've got my friend stream, which is very cool. It's a little hard to scroll, and I'll show you that in a minute, but it's bearable. It's not very bad, actually. Here's some more widgets I have, Twitter. And right here is a big button, which is part of this HTC Sense, where you can actually add widgets, apps, shortcuts, folders, or you can personalize the sound on your phone. Also, let's go into personalized display. And with HTC Sense, you've got scenes. I've talked about this in my review of the Inspire 4G. You also have skins, so I'll go into scenes. Right now we're on the social skin, as I would like to call it. We'll go on to the default AT&T one that comes when you get the phone. Give it a second to change, and there you go. Now your apps all change around too, and everything changes, so very cool. That's really nice. I've already gone really in depth with that in my Inspire 4G review, so go check that out if you want to see it. Now let's quickly go over everything that's changed in HTC Sense, because they had to change some things to make Android work on such a small display and a horizontal display. So pretty much, as you're going to see right here, you've got your widgets for time, which is kind of a box, and then you've got your social widgets, which have all been customized. But the big deal you're going to see are these two tabs on the bottom. This one is your app drawer, and this one is for customizing. They had to do this obviously to make space, but when you click this, you get your app drawer, which doesn't look very good, to be quite honest. It looks pretty dull to me, as you can see. Scroll down. It doesn't look very good, but with such a small display, I think that's the best they could do. And also, like I've said, keep in mind that this phone is really focused towards people who really just go on Facebook a lot and spend most of their time on the internet, on Facebook, and do lots of texting. So it's for that kind of group of people. So I don't think you're going to really need anything special. This is already going to be a very good phone for that group of people that want that. So as well, you got your drop-down menu here and your no notifications bar. That's pretty much it. There hasn't been a whole lot of other customization, and that actually is kind of a problem in some applications that aren't supposed to be horizontal, because this is horizontal display. So some apps are going to look a little weird and function a little weird and not work properly, but some actually seem to work pretty well. A good example is Angry Birds, if I can find it. Here we go. As you can see, because the game is already in horizontal, it works pretty well. So as we can see, Angry Birds will go into the game. Let me see if my volume is down. Also, I forgot to mention the speaker. It's pretty nice. Here we are, Angry Birds. Works great. There's really no lag at all, which was, again, something I'm really surprised about. This phone really does not have any lag in it at all, which is very cool. So let's go to Twitter. Let's open up my app drawer, and we'll show off the keyboard. Let me find it really quickly. There it is, Twitter. So here's Twitter, and one of the problems I mentioned before is that scrolling is a little weird. For example, when I want to refresh, let me go to the top. When I want to refresh Twitter, sometimes it doesn't work because you can't swipe enough to get it to operate. But anyways, we'll go and write a tweet, and I'm going to be turned a little bit, but see what we can do. Hi, this is testing the HTC status. So as you can see, I didn't have any errors. And again, I'm not really used to using a physical keyboard, but I did pretty well. Didn't have any errors, so it's a very solid keyboard. If you're a heavy texter, social networker, definitely going to be a good keyboard that I think you'll be very happy with overall. So I'm not going to actually save that, but there you go. Now, I think I covered a pretty good bit. Let's go into the browser really quickly. I'm not going to go into the camera. It's not very good, to be quite honest. And the shutter speed is very quickly. Pictures take a while to load. Let's go to a website. We'll go to Mashable.com. Just show you around the browser. Again, not really the best experience to go on a full website on your browser, or even really a mobile app. But you know, it works. It's kind of hard to read things when it's in such small text. We'll open this up. But it can be done. So again, like I've stressed this before, this is really a phone for people that are going to be doing lots of social networking, because that's really what it's for. It's not for people that want a high-spec phone that will be really nice and, you know, again, high-spec. They just want something that does social networking and does it well. I mean, this phone is really good. It's coming in at $50 on AT&T with a 2-year contract. You've got 3G, so you can browse the internet. You can load Facebook and Twitter really quickly. Got your full keyboard right there. Got a camera that's decent, so if you need to take a quick picture, you can, as well as your front-facing camera. So overall, it's a really good phone. I haven't gone completely in depth with this video, but we already have another review, and I think this really covers what I wanted to say about this phone. So I'm going to say it one more time. If you're a big social networker, a big texter, and you don't need a high-spec phone with an awesome touchscreen and everything, this could definitely be a phone that you're going to need to consider. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and stay subscribed to PhoneUplink for reviews of the newest phones. Thanks.